Hey everyone, welcome back to Ganai's Celebs News. We are kicking things off with what has to be the most brutally hilarious event of the weekend, the Netflix roast of Kevin Hart, which aired live on Sunday as part of the Netflix Is a Joke festival. Now, according to The Hollywood Reporter, the roast panel was stacked. We're talking The Rock, Teyana Taylor, Lizzo, Pete Davidson, Chelsea Handler, Jeff Ross, and even comedian Cat Williams, who has been publicly beefing with Hart for a while now. And yes, Hart and Williams apparently squashed that beef right there on stage. A roast and a reconciliation? Only in Hollywood. But honestly, the moment that sent the internet into full meltdown mode involved none other than Tom Brady. U.S. Magazine reports that the NFL legend strolled on stage and fired off one of the night's sharpest jabs, referencing Hart's very public and very messy cheating scandal involving his wife, Iniko Parrish. Brady reportedly said it wouldn't take long, because Hart already proved he doesn't take long at anything. Oh, savage. And the roasters didn't stop there. The Hollywood Reporter says the panel also went after Hart's less-than-stellar movie career, his famously short stature, and even got uncomfortably personal about his father's troubled history with drugs and absence from Hart's life. Look, roasts are meant to go there, but this one really went there. Kevin Hart, to his credit, sat there and took it all with that big laugh of his. The man has range, both comedically and emotionally. Love him or hate him, you have to respect the fact that he showed up and let the world take its best shot. All right, shifting gears now to a story that's equal parts sweet and significant. Ryan Reynolds took to his Instagram stories this Mother's Day to publicly celebrate his wife, Blake Lively, and the timing of that post says everything. As U.S. Magazine is reporting, Reynolds shared a tender tribute calling Lively, quote, fearless, just 1 week after she reached a surprise settlement in her legal battle against her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni. That lawsuit had been generating enormous headlines for months, so Reynolds stepping up publicly right now feels very intentional and very supportive. And Blake herself wasn't quiet either. U.S. Magazine also reports that Lively posted her own Mother's Day tribute on her Instagram stories, this one dedicated to her own mother, Elaine Lively. Blake wrote about her mom choosing joy every single day, no matter what, which, given everything she's been through recently, feels like it carries some extra weight. This couple has been through a media firestorm, and to see them come out the other side with public declarations of love and support, it's genuinely touching. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds continue to be one of Hollywood's most solid pairs, and this weekend was a reminder of exactly why. Okay, Euphoria fans, we need to talk, because Season 3 is giving us a lot to unpack. First, let's talk cast. U.S. Magazine has the full breakdown of who's back and who's new. The OGs are returning. Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi, the core crew is all present. But Season 3 is also bringing in some major fresh faces. We're talking Sharon Stone, singer Rosalia, and Anna Van Patten among the new additions. That is a wildly eclectic mix, and we are here for it. Now, as for what's actually happening on screen, U.S. Magazine is also reporting that Sydney Sweeney's character Cassie has gone deep into an OnlyFans storyline this season, with some very graphic scenes that have already sparked major online debate. The show is clearly not pulling any punches in its final run. But here's the controversy that might surprise you the most, and it's not about the content. It's about the sound. The Hollywood Reporter is highlighting growing fan frustration over the music in Season 3. As many viewers already know, composer Labyrinth, who was absolutely iconic in the first 2 seasons, departed the show. His replacement is none other than Oscar winner Hans Zimmer. Now, Zimmer is undeniably legendary, but fans are loudly saying the show's emotional atmosphere just isn't the same. The Hollywood Reporter suggests that Euphoria probably needed Labyrinth more than it realized. That's a tough pill to swallow mid-season. Now here's a piece of news for all you thriller and horror fans out there. Academy Award winner Melissa Leo is set to headline a brand new film called The Mannequin, and it sounds absolutely chilling. The Hollywood Reporter is reporting straight out of Cannes this week that the project is being developed under Studio Canal's new genre label, Sixth Dimension. The film is directed by Sean Byrne and is being described as a, quote, serial killer procedural, original, violent, and a blistering high-stakes thriller. Those are the words being used to pitch this to buyers on the ground in Cannes right now. Melissa Leo, of course, won her Oscar for her role in The Fighter back in 2011, and she has never been afraid to take on dark and complex characters. Pairing her with a horror genre director like Sean Byrne, who previously made The Loved Ones, is a combination that should have genre fans very excited. There's no release date yet, but with Cannes buzz already building, the mannequin is definitely one to keep on your radar. This next story is one that's going to tug at your heartstrings. Diane Keaton's daughter, Dexter, posted a deeply moving tribute on Mother's Day, and it's her first one without her late mom. According to U.S. Magazine, Dexter, who is 30 years old, shared a carousel of 3 beautiful mother-daughter photos on Instagram on Sunday. In her caption, she wrote about missing Diane's voice, her hugs, and her presence, and said it was her first Mother's Day without her. Diane Keaton, of course, was a Hollywood icon, an Oscar winner, and one of the most beloved actresses of her generation. Losing her has clearly left a profound hole in her family's lives, and Dexter's words were raw, real, and deeply human. On a day that's supposed to be joyful, it's a reminder that Mother's Day can also be incredibly hard for those who are grieving. Our hearts go out to Dexter and the entire Keaton family. Now to a story that has been heartbreaking to follow. Today, co-anchor Savannah Guthrie used Mother's Day to make a powerful public vow. She is not giving up the search for her mother. As Online is reporting, it's been more than 3 months since Savannah's mother, Nancy Guthrie, was kidnapped from her home in Arizona. And on Sunday, Savannah shared a tribute that was equal parts grief and determination, making it clear that she will not stop searching until she has answers. This is an incredibly painful situation for one of America's most recognized morning news personalities, and the fact that she is still using her platform to keep this story alive shows just how much courage she has. If you've been following this case, our thoughts remain with Savannah and her family. We will continue to update you as more information becomes available. Let's wrap things up with a little culture, because Cannes is in full swing, and there's some genuinely exciting news coming out of the French Riviera. The Hollywood Reporter is reporting that actor Kelvin Harrison Jr. has been tapped to present the Golden Globes Doc Prize for impactful storytelling at this year's festival. Now in its 2nd year, the award is given out in partnership with the Artemis Rising Foundation, which champions female and underrepresented voices in film. Having a talented and critically respected actor like Harrison present the award adds some serious prestige to the ceremony. And while we're in Cannes, The Hollywood Reporter also has a really beautiful story about a documentary called Gabin, premiering in the Director's Fortnight section. The film is a feature debut from director Maxence Voisin, and it's something truly special. Filmed over the course of a decade, the documentary follows a young boy named Gabin in northern France from the age of 8 all the way to 18. It's a story about family, farm life, identity, and the tension between where you come from and where you want to go. That kind of long-form intimate filmmaking is rare, and Early Buzz is calling it one of the most moving docs at the festival. Cannes always reminds us why cinema matters, and this year is shaping up to be no exception. All right, everyone. That's going to do it for today's episode of Guthrie Celebs News. What story got you most fired up today? Was it the Kevin Hart roast, the Euphoria drama, or something else entirely? Drop it in the comments below. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss a story. I'm Guthrie. I'll catch you in the next one.